true crime and everything else, and terrible sight, and things here and things there, and ding dong here, and I forgot where I got this case from, but this is a very bizarre case in its own, and yeah, hmm. Everything true crime. Now, I believe this came up due to the fact that actually, now that I think about it, something was said in the Delphi murders about Amish or something. I don't know where it went, but yeah. Other than that, this came up. And whether or not she was a Amish person or not does not say. It would make more sense that she might have got involved with someone in the Amish community, but does not say. And yeah, there are some things I've been hearing about Amish country. Of course, if nobody knows what Amish people are, they're literally back in the day. They have no TV, no clock, no television, no radio, no phones. They literally live in a country life, and that's what they like to do. But there have been some stories that I've read and heard about and seen online stating that, yes, these people kind of got a hidden dark secret. But I'm not the one to judge just yet, because you don't really hear about these people in the news. But of course, they came out with their Breaking Amish TV show, and I haven't seen nothing new on that. But on that, you can see a little bit of wildlife out of it. Other than that, yeah, who knows what the hell really goes on in them backwoods. But with that being said, and this girl, and it is, what is it, Lindy Sue Bachelor. And this is from 1975, I believe. This was published in 2013. And the words are as chilling now as they were when they were first committed to paper in 1976. There it is. This, to me, when I get to reading this is an actual letter from a killer a year later after this woman's death, who was stabbed to death several times in her apartment. And I will be doing a mapping on this too, because where she lived, it's like, wow. Yeah. And how close people really were back then. And it is an apartment complex type town, country house, blah, 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 blah. And I looked it up, but I'm going to do a mapping on that and write how insane this story is. And what I get out of this story is the person who wrote this letter, which they said it was from the same writer. I honestly believe that the person that wrote this letter was having some multi-personality syndrome type thing. And Police Chief Sheeler at the time, I believe, letter was written to him. And this person writes on, it just eats up your heart knowing you haven't caught me yet. Still around, Lindsay's marker on her grave just turned me on like she did. And the way she looked all bloody, like the paint on her marker, the scratch and the nicks and marks represent the knife stabs. Count them. You wondered if the guy at the gas station in Mountville were related to Birchler's murder. Forget it, man, no way. I'll tell you what, Chief Pig, you print this letter in the paper along with the picture in the Friday night's Lancaster paper and the Saturday night morning paper. And I might confess when I get off my trip. You see, the world owes me a living. Maybe I give you a few hints who I am. Got busted once for drugs a few years back. Live in west end of Lancaster suburbs. He's about 5'10", 205 pounds, fat and beautiful. You know, this guy's a real character, too. And capable of killing again without knowing it. December 5th, 1975 was under the stupor of a methamphetamines, I don't know what that word is, to look that up. Look right now. Well-educated man in the community, single, good job, but God, please, Chief, help me. I am losing my mind. Help me before I kill again. The headaches kill me every time it aches. The drugs only calm it temporarily. Will God forgive me? Please print this, Chief, in paper so I know you got it. Then I write you again. God, I need a priest. What have I done? Help me, please. P.S. Chief. All right, I'm going to stop there for a moment. As you can see, you have a total complete freak. He's a drug user. He takes drugs for his headaches or whatever. And even if he was, it doesn't, I don't know what he got, don't say what he got busted for. And for this case this long, to even know if the cops even checked on anybody a year ago getting busted, or even 5 years back on how many people in this area got busted for drugs. Now, immediately, that's what I would have been looking up. Drug busts. People, right. He's a fat man. He's telling his height, but, who in the hell can believe that? And all this detailed stuff. He could say he lives in the West End, but he probably lives in the East End or the North End or the South End. All I know is I would have been looking up people for this is right. Now, some say, or someone had said, it might have been this chief. I'm not quoting it, but someone came out. And, of course, you will know the article will be in the description. Someone said this supposedly could have been the Zodiac killer. Now, if anybody wants to check out my videos on that, well, right, to have to do is right, but I can't say too much on that guy, but so as I was saying, I had to cut this short in 2 videos, about the, Zodiac killer. I don't know where, or how the Zodiac killer would even fit the description in this story, let alone be the man, but yeah, they did say, or someone said, like I said in this article, that he could have been because of the writings of the letters and the misspell and the, I mean, one can only think that this guy, being smart in some ways, but then pronunciations and putting his sentences together and stuff like that, he was very dumb and mispronouncing words and stuff. But yet, he could get away with murder and not be caught. So I mean, with that being said, and this one being, so very and just talkative in his letters and how he puts everything and prepares everything. It's just, but I don't think that this guy would have been anything close to the Zodiac Killer, especially where they were located. Zodiac Killer stayed out towards the California area. This was in Pennsylvania, so unless he did travel, you never know. Could never know, but I think this person just had a real messed up mind. And I do believe this guy literally had mental issues, but I will be back. But anyways, for anybody to say this was a Zodiac Killer and the way he used to write things and say things, I mean, I'm just about to wonder how much did the police really get into this case, or even the mind of this person to even, consider that being him, let alone looking for the fruitcakes in their own town. But I think this person had real, true mental health issues. I mean, because not only all of this and the killing, and he can do it again, and the drugs and whatever, this clicks on. As he says, "Help me, please." But as he gets away from the letter, he goes to sleep. Now, before I go into this next written out paragraph and sentences, this is something where I say this is a big, huge mental health issue. And for the simple fact that this person that now supposedly writing on the same letter, which I don't understand how someone would be capable of doing this, because if they did this only to think one thought theory idea that the killer did not even read his letter, but let alone just stuffed it in an envelope to send out, and that was it, but never read if there was something added on. And if this person is living with someone now, how are them two getting along is beyond me. The only way I could see two people getting along with someone having this mental traumatism, mind going on right here, is the only way it could be is that person in his own mind. As we go on to this, P.S. Chief, my friend has confessed to the killing of Lindy Sue Beechler, sorry, messed that up. As God is my witness, do as he asked. Print this letter on the front page. I am not aware of his intentions right now, but contemplating murder is not his intentions. He is mentally sick. Aha. I did read this previous, but I am definitely giving him my own diagnosis. But it does say here, when the letter appears, then he will turn himself in. He described the relationship he and Lindy had before he killed her. He only realizes it now. When you're on drugs, you're not responsible for your actions. Please, he is asleep now. That's why I finished the letter. All I can tell you, my friends, frequents Manor Shopping Center in the evenings in the fields around it, mostly weeknights. He will contact you very soon, and when he does, please bring a Catholic priest to the police station. Janice Crum. Now, of course, this goes on to say that they never found no Janice Crum or whoever the hell this was. But in all intentions, this person reminds me of the Norman Bates. Huh? Think of Psycho. Conflict in the mind. Put that person away. Come out looking and trying to act normal, but then turn again to murder. Multiple personalities. This definitely reminds me of Psycho. But the only difference is this is supposedly a friend and not a mother. And as you can see of the writings of the sentences, all I can tell you, my friend, frequent Manor Shopping Center. Whatever the hell is frequents Manor. Now, I've been long to look this up too. It's probably going to be in my mappings, but oh man, this person, right? Mentally ill is the 2 words is right. But what mental illness he suffers from would definitely be a Norman Bates character. And he definitely got some psychotic stuff or whatever the hell, or whatever the hell he has going on in that mind. And then they write down here, it goes on to discover this case while researching the Zodiac Killer. And this is probably someone that has multiple, not just multiple personalities, but multiple tasks in his mental mind to do things from various movies, serial killers, news articles, letters. And that's right. Whatever this person or this was brought up on, whatever his background history is, oh man. Yeah, he could be one of them kids that wrongfully sat in front of the TV and learned nothing but chaos and murder. And then they go on to say, of course, the writer wanted his letter published in the Friday paper, just as the Zodiac requested. So, could this have been something down the line of the Zodiac Killer moving to another state because he wanted to move on? Or this is just, once again, you can say a copycat killer. Copycat. Just what I just said and got done saying. Multiple tasks of how they want to do this, how they want to do that, where they get the ideas from. And when you got a sick mind and you're just into that stuff, you're going to find out it's right. Your mental illness is going to lead you to all this. And she worked in a floral shop. She felt that she was being stalked and went home. But, of course, never, and she had a husband. So, she never really made a well-known, I'm scared right now, and I think I should get some help. And never went forward to get help or have a husband maybe do a little more checking in on her or something, or whether he's working or not. She could have at least, filed a report, because that person was stalking, and that person just, and when you see the mapping of the housing, man, and not one person saw this person wandering in the location of this area. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Could have been a neighbor, too. Could have been a neighbor. Could have been a rightfully neighbor. Because when I show you the mapping on this, you're going to see that where she lived. Oh, man. It wouldn't be that hard for someone that lived throughout the area to just be one of them kooks that people say, oh, there's that crazy guy wandering around again type thing, and not pay any mind or give any attention. So I can just say whatever led up to this murder. Yeah, this guy had lots of time on his hands, lots of very idea-ish ways with his mental health, and just ended up clicking one day and wanted to get this job done. Whether it had been in his head, whether it had been, planned well. I can't say when the hell. Don't say when. And if it was 7:15, it had to have been at least during the fall, winter hours. Just in case someone, did see something but couldn't because it was too dark out. But, just insane case here. So I'm going to do some more stuff on this mapping, look into this shopping center and stuff, even if it still exists. But more videos coming up on this insane case. Very insane. Right? Till the next video, folks. Be safe, take care, and always beware. You don't know when someone's just going to be randomly walking around the cuckoo's nest. And bang. Man, see why the guy had an obsession over this woman. I mean, she's, not bad looking there. So, yep. Probably one of them people that really had an, bad crush. And a lot of times crushes lead to murder. Out.